Alright, so hi everyone, it is Saturday, May 2nd, and just a day or two ago, 2 days ago, we got the news that the quarantine here in Bacolod has been extended for another 2 weeks. So we're gonna be in ECQ status for, well, until the mid of May 15th, as it looks. So I made a news clip about that, so you can check that out. But today I'm just heading down for some vegetables and stuff, but I thought I'd take the opportunity while I'm out walking and you got something slightly more interesting to look at. In fact, I'll turn the camera around now. So things have been, we're still doing okay. We cannot complain. I would like to start just by saying that we have the possibility we can work at home, and we don't have problems with putting food on the table or anything. But even so, even for us, there are things that, some troubles that you can't get away from now with the quarantine, and the further it extends, the tougher life is going to be for everyone. Of course, even worse for the people that rely on being out working to be able to feed their families. But so for us, we've had a couple of things that now we are facing problems with. The primary one right now is that we need to be able to get new contact lenses for my girlfriend, because she wears contacts, and basically without those she is what they would in America, I guess, call legally blind. She can literally see about an arm's length in front of her without them. So and she's stretching her last pair, and we tried to get a hold of new ones. Normally we just buy them, of course, in the mall, the optical shops there, True Vision, whatever they call, I forget the names. But of course the malls are closed, so we had to call around, and there are some optical shops that are not located in malls, so we just looked on Google Maps and called every single one of them. But either they don't pick up the phone or they're closed, because I don't know if they've been forced to close or if they simply can't stay open because it's not profitable to stay open during a lockdown. But the problem is that, optical services, optical clinics can be an essential service for many people. If you really need new glasses, or if you need contact lenses and you cannot see without them, then that's a serious handicap. So I don't know if they thought about that. So I don't know if anyone's watching and if there is an optical clinic opening in Bacolod City, please let us know, because right now, as it looks, we won't be getting new lenses for another 2 weeks. And if she wears those, the old lens that she's stretching, it gets worse and worse, and she might get eye infections and everything. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about that. On the less serious side, I have my own struggle with addiction that I gotta fill, meaning coffee. So here in the Philippines, most people drink instant coffee, 3-in-1 coffee, or just regular Nescafe instants. And I can drink that, but I prefer not to. So we buy the locally produced coffee here. You can buy them in the markets, but we haven't been able to go to the markets, so we just ran out of coffee just now this morning. So it's gonna be rough. I'm gonna have to get by on the Nescafe instant, which is not very tasty. But I just wanted to talk about my struggles. I know how small they are compared to many other people's, but that's what we're dealing with right now. And of course we were planning, just like everyone else, to slowly start getting our lives slightly more back to normal starting yesterday, but that's not going to be the case. So anyway, a lot of people watched my news clip. It's up to like 350 views, so it seems like I'm doing something useful for some people at least. So I'm really happy about that. So I'll do some more updates if there's news. Morning. not sure how much of the wind this microphone is picking up, but if there's a lot of wind noise, I'm sorry about that. So I'm not gonna show you the whole. We're gonna go and pay some money to my girlfriend's family for their rent, and also I'm gonna go to the market again for vegetables, but I'm not gonna film all of that because I already did that the last time I went out. So I'll drop a link to that up on top of the screen there, a little button you can press, so you can check that video out. I'm actually quite proud of it. I think these sort of walk around videos are slowly getting better. So but today I would just like to address those few little things, and thank you for watching. Thank you for watching this clip, or thank you for watching the other ones. We are picking up more subscribers almost every single day now, so it's slowly gonna grow. I hope by the end of May we can hit 200. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. It really helps the channel, and it helps me to stay motivated making these videos. And I really hope that once the quarantine eases up, I'm gonna be able to film in other parts of the city, so we don't just have to see this little walk again and again and again. But that's basically the extent of my movement so far since I started filming. I haven't been further out than this little center here since the end of March basically, so that's, you know, over a month ago. I have not been downtown. Well, I went to the clinic on Burgo Street for my rabies vaccinations, but I didn't want to film that because, yeah, there's a lot of people out and about, and also the clinic is not really something you want to point a camera at everyone right there, especially not at this time. So, but now I have no other excuses to go anywhere except down here, so that's as far as we go right now. But I'm gonna cut it short for now, so see you in a bit after I finish doing my chores, and I'll try and think of something else to talk about, so see you back then. Alright, so I'm back again. Everything went smoothly with my chores, so that's about as adventurous as today's gonna get. One other little, since I was in the business of complaining before we signed off, just thought of another little issue I'd like to address, and that's the electricity bill. So our power company is Seneco, which supplies all of Bacolod and other areas around here in Negros with power, and so they've gracefully suspended, you know, turning off your meter if you don't pay, so that's good. But the bill for March was just calculated on an average, since there is no person going around reading the meters. But then the bill of April, we got the bill of April, and it was very, very high. Unfortunately, I think it's probably accurate because we've simply been at home all day long every day, and it's the hottest time of the year, so we've been running a lot of aircon. But if you add the two bills together, because the first bill that we got that was an average is very, very low instead, so because the house was actually empty in January and most of February, so total it works out okay. But the funny thing now is when you're gonna pay, because bills payment is very limited now. You can pay in Say More down there, but the problem has been that I can only go out 3 days of the week, and the bills payment is only open very limited hours. It says 8 to 4, but you're just kind of relying if there's anyone there to actually process the bills payment or not. For some reason they have a lot of people, but there's only like one girl who knows how to do it. So other than that, you can actually pay it online using if you have a bank account here, which my girlfriend does. But it's hilarious because they don't have an automatic system for processing bills payments online. So you basically make a bank transfer to a bank account, and then you gotta take a screenshot and you gotta mail it to a Seneco bills payment at yahoo.com type of address, and provide them with all the details meaning date you paid, your account number, account name, all that stuff. And then I guess there's some poor guy sitting on at the office here, double checking, just sort of logging into the bank account, trying to match what you said with a payment, and then he's got to go into their system and mark your bill as paid. So we have the app that they have where you can see if your bills are paid or not. So now we sent the small bill that is only about 500 pesos, and we're just crossing our fingers that he'll actually do it right and actually cross it off as paid. So the other bill that's a lot higher, we feel a little bit too scared to use that payment method until we know it actually works. So we'll see. But as I said, at least it's pretty safe because you won't get your power cut anyway anytime soon just because of not paying. So that's the good part anyway. It's just a little rant. There's a lot of things that are normally quite hard in the Philippines and now they are super hard. So that's just part of life here, I guess. And once again, I'm not the person who's got it worst. So just let me flip the camera around here. I'm almost home anyway, so I'm gonna sign off soon. It's pretty quiet out here today, but I mean, there's still people out and about without face masks and everything that I've talked about before. In the subdivisions, there are no people checking that the rules are actually being followed, so it's just the fact of the matter. And that brings me to like my little thing that I'm wondering is just on the 15th, in 2 weeks, when the quarantine is supposed to go back to a general GCQ, what they are hoping to achieve, what's gonna have changed. It's gonna be exciting to see because they weren't quoting a high number of new cases. They had basically 2 new confirmed cases and just a lot of tests that they were waiting on. So I feel the risk is very high that in 2 weeks there's also gonna be a new case or 2 and a bunch of backlog tests. So at some point you're gonna have to pull the trigger and you're gonna have to let people out because people are gonna start being more and more hungry and need of work and money and food. So for us, we can just keep following this. As I said, the most major crisis we have right now is my girlfriend's contact lenses. Other than that, we can survive indefinitely, I guess, but it's just cabin fever. But for all the other people here in Bacolod, if you're someone who's struggling, you know, I hope you can bear, and hopefully life will get better soon. So anyway, that's all I'm gonna say for today. It's gonna be kind of a shorter video, not much going on. We're just getting ready for another 2 weeks, so need a few more of these videos. If you find anything useful, if you like seeing how things are going here, just subscribe to the channel. You can leave a comment also if there's anything you wanted me to talk about or anything you want to see. And though things are limited, I'll do the best I can. So see you soon. Bye bye.